Hi. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy October, by the way. I forgot to say that yesterday and I completely slipped my mind, honestly. Um so we started October off with a game that causes me stress. So, I figure might as well do that all month, right? Might as well just completely ruin my nerves all month. It's October. That's what October's for. Um, and this is the game that I was talking about yesterday. Hmm, I played just a little bit to get a feel for it. It is not really a horror game, but it's more of a some fucked up shit kind of happens, kind of like a softer version of Night in the Woods in a way, I think. It's very cute though. I will say that much. I didn't play too much into it, but I played enough that I'm not going to get the first good number of achievements, but that's okay. Um, Also, I hit 50 followers on Twitch, so I am actively a third grader. No, I think I had a better attention span then than I do now. How about a kindergartner on like Christmas morning or something? I don't know, whatever. I don't have a very good attention span. It's gonna take me a bit, but I am working on it. I worked on it a bit before I started the stream. I'll be working on it for however long it takes me to do it, and once it is ready, I will let you guys know. But yeah, I hit 50, which is very nice. Thank you all for following and watching and all that good stuff. The 50th follower, by the way, was someone named Textured Ghost. So you did this. This is your fault. I gotta make a server now. This is on you, Textured Ghost. Let's get going. Enough complaining. Oh, I also wanted to say, because it is October, and we need some weird, creepy, dark, whatever kind of games, Octobery, Halloweeny kind of games, feel free to suggest some. Like if you're watching during a stream and you think of something, just let me know. Or like in the YouTube comments when I upload videos, you got all month, and I've got a good bit of savings. I might as well spend it on killing my nerves. um, that's not the right way to phrase that. I don't know. Scaring myself. Sure, that works. Um, but yeah, feel free to suggest some stuff. I'm not gonna play Outlast 2. I've watched that played, and I don't feel like it has the same vibe. And I've also watched the entirety of it, and I actually kind of remember how it goes, so it would kind of spoil everything for me. But other than that, you know, let's go.
Dear reader, allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story. Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn. His name is Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
Look at him. He's so cute. This game is cute. Hey, Dad. How are things going? Today's the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died, and it's been 6 years now. From here on out, you'll have been gone longer than you were here. Feels like that should mean something. Mom always said that this was your favorite spot in the world. It's a nice spot. Me too. Hey, Luca. I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them.
Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered. And after I checked the pond. And climbed up to the treehouse. Then I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes, and the flowers on the grave.
Oh, yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. She's not gone. She's just missing. Sorry, I meant to say since she was since she went missing. I know how to read. Anyway, I love these character designs. Like, I don't know if he's just a cat or a tiger. I think he's just a cat. But like, look how fluffy he is. I love it. She's gonna come back, Rollo. Of course she is. Okay, Dad. See you next time. I think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. They're so cute. Hehehe.
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed. Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
So cute. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you'd ever get to that. I found the perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Rollo looked to the side suspiciously.
Not here. They might be watching. They who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright, I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out. What are you gonna tell her? I don't know, I'll think of something. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your Gran still kinda wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. Me neither, Rollo. She moved in like half a year ago. Listen! New people's new people. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Suit yourself, I won't be long. I could do voices, but no, I'm not going to. It's a lot of effort.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
Alright. So if you see me
Since Van
wandering...
moved in,
Hold
the
on.
house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric.
So if you see me wandering around a lot, that's what I'm looking for.
One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luca had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though. the fire, she kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation.
I got stuck.
Luca paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet. Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said. Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luca didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night. Luca tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air. Gran's moving in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation. The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch. A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Junk.
An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with the day of the week. Oh my, this is quite exciting. I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point.
I mean, listen, narrators should have a flair for the dramatic, okay? Have you seen the Stanley Parable? It's great.
There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader. Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror. A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
Hey, Gran, gonna go hang out with Rolo for the day. See you later. Check. Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly? Oh, nowhere
The
special.
less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
But you don't know either.
We were just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on truth.
You boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. We'll make sure you're done chillin' before supper.
Easy.
Or in time for supper? I don't know what that said.
Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle. The Chronicle is a record of the decisions you've made. You can see the turning point which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches. Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate.
Yeah.
It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things. We were just gonna go ponder for the day.
Oh, really? What are you boys going to ponder on such a lovely day exactly?
This was Luca's chance to sell his alibi.
You know, big stuff, small stuff, medium, mostly medium pondering.
Nailed it.
Well, make sure you don't overburden yourself with a preponderance of pondering. Huh? Oh, forget it. Off with you now. Should I didn't actually use that one. I want to see what it does.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
We were just gonna go hide for the day. Hide?
Traditionally, when one is trying to hide something, they avoid literally using the word hide.
Yeah, I guess Rolo bet some other kids that we couldn't beat him at hide and seek. Aren't you a little old for that? It's not like there's much else to do around here. Well, make sure you boys are done playing your little game before in time for supper.
All's well that ends well.
I like the ending for pondering, though. Sorry. I'm gonna skip through it all. Hold on.
We were just gonna go
As best I can,
ponder
anyway.
for the day. This was
Do 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 do.
nailed it.
Alright, we're good. Oh, and Luca. You and Rolo stay out of trouble. I know, I know. Get in trouble with Rolo. Yeah. Come on, come on. There he goes. Dang it, Rolo.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary. The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring, a sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
Hey, Mr. Kerr, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. But I'm biased. Hey there, pal.
Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years.
He's a hyena, though. That's nice. That's cool.
After the failing of Valentine Fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Excited for the big festival? Oh, sure. Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. The food, the music, the dancing. Sounds pretty alright. You're gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all your little friends. Couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luca, I've got to get back to the proverbial grindstone. Our harvest awaits and all that. Oh no, the left side's a little low. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn, can't talk now. Very busy with
Mayor
preparations.
Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I... It's Mayor Val... Ugh.
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
He's cute, though. You know, for a dog. Keep up the good work. I must briefly attend to a concerned citizen. Huh? It's nothing, keep at it. Alright, what can the mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Oh, just saying hi, I guess. Well, good day to you too, young Mr. Van Horn. Chillin'. Hey, Mr. Sinclair.
Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sinclair. Don't you see I'm sleeping, boy? How's the napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. Till Perennial Harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one who moves? Well, a building's gonna be a lot harder to move than a chair. If it's a showdown they want, I ain't gonna be the one who blinks. Alright. Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it or we'll pound you. Yup. Yeah, but my mom said, yeah, but, if I had a nickel for every yeah, but, I'd be the freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. I think that's all she says. As far as I'm aware. I don't want to talk to you. They talk a lot. Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luca. Golly, I'm sorry. It's my first week at Perennial
He pulled a
Harvest.
pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
Wonderful. It won't happen again. If we're going to be on a first name basis, then you can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, it's exciting to be a part of something so darn special. You know, Anyway, I'd better get... Oh, that reminds me. We'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're gonna change this down, we need to get every detail right. Sounds intense. Hahaha. Changing the world is intense. So what do you say? Could you answer a few questions? Well, I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down. See? Not that hard, is it? Oh, okay, we're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? Never really thought about it before. Perfect. It's the only place I've lived. See? That wasn't so
He
painful.
stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
Was it? I guess not. Huzzah! Our first 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. Our harvest awaits. Alright, Rolo's waiting up at the treehouse. That interaction was creepier than I initially thought it was. Old Pickler's Pond. That's where we're going. You'll see why, but... Hey Jetson, is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey. Oh, that says bye hey. It was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me. If you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. If you don't mind, I think it should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Go pick out your bait from the tackle box, buckaroo.
Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait.
I thought I had 3 last time.
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook.
Maybe
Good for
I...
skimming the surface.
No, I think I only had 2 when I started. I don't remember. That was this morning. I slept since then. And worked. No, wait. I worked since then. It was after I woke up. So it was yesterday. Rubber ducky. Well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up.
Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
Where do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, wherever it is, I hope that other boot at least has a sock to keep it company. I just realized that they're actually related to the items that I put in there, or on the rod. The feather got the duck, and a shoelace got a boot. Alright, let's go.
The boys had a good thing going, as long as they kept old Jeff happy. They had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse. After Luca's father had passed, Rollo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper. It was some time before Luca realized it was Rollo's way of keeping him occupied. On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rollo thinks it's aliens. He always thinks it's aliens.
I like Rollo. No, I didn't want to do that. That's okay. No, dang it. Oh my
Luca
god.
looked up at the satellite dish. Rollo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree. While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, it did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over. Luca's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
Okay, what's the top secret plan to start our summer? So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. What makes you think that? Get this. Last night, it was glowing. Glowing? Are you sure? Kinda. That place has been empty since the foul harvest? Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rollo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You want to actually go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere. It seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rollo, if you don't want. Luca, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my pa throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rollo. Now that I think about it, poking around a decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Let's go! I can open it without going through, and that's gonna mess me up so much. He ran, he sprinted. I'm just catching my breath a bit. Come on, I'll catch up. I love them. They're all great. Hey, Miss Nelson. Morning, Luca. Any big plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? Can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. You be safe now.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted.
The two wandered down the wooded path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh, this is getting good. I'll be checking her pretty frequently because she actually is like, every time she reads something, it's like fourth wall breaky. He gives hints, which is good. Piper? Oh, hey Luca, what's up? You know it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like, the morning. Correct. And you're studying? Like they say, the early bird gets the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Hey Zariel. Hiya Luca, could you please tell this lazy butt to help out in the cafe? Lumi, Zariel would like you... Luca, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you never do what you don't love, then you'll never work a day in your life. Wow. You're really setting the kid up for success. I mean, he's not wrong.
Alton
Monocle.
Wilder ran the local paper of record, the Beacon.
Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luca. What's the day have in store for you? I was wondering if you heard any news about news. The Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. Oh my god. Any news about the old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. Oh. Rolo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rolo ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing, and change is a dangerous animal. You're right. You're right. Oh, I love her. Hey, Dawn. Sorry to wake you. You won. No problem. Comes with the job.
Dawn had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
What's up? Rolo said he saw something strange going on at the warehouse. You know anything about that? You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't quite say. Can't say quite yet, whatever. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Seems to be quiet in town today. Yeah, everyone's preparing for the festival. Should be back to normal tomorrow. Catch you then? Catch you then. Oh, and Luca? I'm really sorry I haven't been able to find anything out about your mom yet. I'm just grateful that you tried. I'm still keeping my ears up. Stop buzzing. Ooh. There we go. No buzzes. No distractions. That's what happens when I'm distracted, dang it. We're gonna look around all through town. Hey Bert. Hi, Luca. I'm doing some fact-checking for the town history exhibit. Look, kid, I'm just here to put up the lights. But did you know? When the town was founded, there were only 7 citizens. They all worked for a mining company. And there was only one dirt road leading to town. And there still is only one road leading to town. Oh, right. But it's not a dirt road anymore, is it? Hey, Griffin. How's the ice cream gig going? Not great. It's still pretty cold out. And I'm in the business of selling cold. I'm sure things will warm up soon. Mr. Tolliver is not at his grocery stand. He's prepping for the festival, I guess. Gotcha. Touch. Can I sneak? Nope. Luca, just the fella I was looking for. Whoop. Hey, Roxy, what's up?
Right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point. The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we?
Have you seen my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say or won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luca, wait up. I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. This is one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless. Rolo. So we need to make sure she doesn't spot us. Rolo. Why are you doing that turning thing with your body? What, you're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chump. And she's right around that corner, isn't she? Don't mind me, just over here lurking, uselessly. Okay, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? Couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help notice your morning chores were left unchored. Roxy, I'm gonna level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. We all gotta pick up the slack since the fall harvest. Almost every carrot I dig up is rotten, and the rest look like they were hit with Hank's atomic Shrinko ray. All the more reason to keep on digging. There's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, Luca and I have places to be, so if you don't mind. Oh, I do mind. I'm not gonna catch hell again because of you. So either you march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself.
Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home.
Alright, she didn't read that. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little...
In the past,
There,
he found the
that's
best way
right.
to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
Come on, Roxy, it's the first day of summer, the sun's shining, we just want to take it easy. Let's leave tomorrow's problems for tomorrow. That's great and all, but Rollo's problems have a way of becoming my problems. And Pa always says tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. March, you big oaf. Aw, rats. I expect a full report about the Valentine place. Valentine? Full report! Investigate the Valentine warehouse alone. Valentine? Valentine? One of those. So fits. What are you up to this lovely day? Nope. Cool, cool. What's that? Oh, I've been that way, okay. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. Sharper
A
Valentine.
bit much, if you ask me.
Yeah, I got that one before, and I never used it. I don't know what that's for yet. Hey, Solomon. Apologies, no time for chit chat. Run. Looks like the library hasn't opened yet. I'll check back later.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
But other stuff needs fixing. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way to... I just sold the last straw of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great, but I'm actually... I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Uh-huh. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. You just remind her that she still owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Will do. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. A real fine woman. Gotta go. Sweeter than any jam on earth. Rolo just like, okay,
The
bye.
phone booth was brand new. Part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Oh, hey, Luca. Hey, Joey. How's the bug hunt going? Not great. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh, sure, bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. If you're going into Weepwood, just be careful where you step. No bug crunching, got it.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. Indeed.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town.
Okay, Valentine, got it. I'm still gonna call it the wrong
Valentine
thing.
Mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
I explore everything first. That's it. Let's go. Let's go see the factory. And inevitably die.
The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood.
Okay, no turning back now. Caution, electrified fence. Is that sign
The
new?
fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what would Rolo do if he was here? Oh, hold on 1 second. I got it. Real quick. Hi. I got my juice. I can't hear anything though. Hold on. Let's sit back down. I ordered a new chair. Can't wait for that. It's gonna be nice. I hope. It had good reviews. It looked comfy. It looked bigger, so maybe like a little more. No, like ADHD sitting, gay sitting. I don't know what you call it, where you don't just sit with your feet on the floor. I'm gonna sit sideways in this fucker. I currently have a, just like an office chair that I got from a friend a while ago, but it's not very comfy, and having to sit with my knee down or my legs down like this, my left knee's kind of fucked up for some reason, and I don't know, just sitting, I have to move it. I'm hoping this new chair will be a little more comfy.
Luca often asked himself what Rolo would do,
I'm very excited. It looks soft.
so that he could rule out that option.
I'm definitely not touching that thing.
As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remain.
That's
1 more
2.
to go. The fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth. It's not a very good fence if
Every kid in town knew
that
the
knocks
old
it out.
Valentine Fertilizer Building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind. The dormant building showed strange signs of life.
Okay, so Rolo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on
There's
here?
only one way to find out.
Hold on. I'm cold. I'm bundling up. No, I will not close my window, because I know that the minute I do, it's going to be too warm, because the AC's not on. Wow, that smells awful. Too bad Rolo's not here. He'd have no problem poking around in there.
The hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid. The water looked almost diseased.
I didn't actually check any of this last time, so this is new to me.
Slowly into the woods.
Oh, good. Locked.
Luca thought he heard faint sounds coming from the
I'm
other
good.
side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
A zipper?
The
Footsteps?
sound of footsteps grew louder.
Hello? Shit.
The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light.
This is a story about the only option I've got.
This is a story about change. It was far from the sort of change Luca imagined for himself. But change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end? I probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy. But don't let that discourage you. We will find the ending that this story deserves. I just know it. From here on out, a charm will have a checkmark when it's been used to its full potential at a given turning point. Now, let's try something different.
This sketch of the squirrel girl looks a lot better than the actual character. I don't know what it is, but the actual painted character for I don't know. She just looks off to me. It looks better as a sketch. That's just a personal opinion, though.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit.
Kick. Make a break for it. What have you done? Did that little shit just kick me? Run all you want, you little twerps. You gotta come home eventually. Sorry, I was drinking. He said sorry. Yes, so cute. Oh, Doberman. No, not Doberman. I know the word. Maybe a Rottweiler. Might be a Doberman. I don't know my dogs. I think she said sorry about that. I wasn't paying attention. I was paying too much attention to the fact that's a dog. We're all looking at overexcited sometimes.
Solomon Valentine, current ward of and future successor to the Valentine fortune, huffed as he brushed off his pants.
A town of complete and utter fools. One wonders if it's worth taking anything here seriously. Either way, I'm really sorry. No matter. How are you doing? Me? Yes, with all that business about your mother and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting by. Still no word from her at all? No. That is truly a shame. Your grandmother's taken residence to keep house? Yeah. And how is that going? We mostly stay out of each other's way. You make it sound like she's rarely at home. It's not like that. She just has a lot to do. Mm-hmm. She's still settling in and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Indeed. Well, count your blessings. It's better to have a caretaker who's rarely around, in lieu of one who tries to compensate by smothering you with attention. It doesn't sound so bad. Trust me when I say, it's best to rely on yourself. Family has a way of creating more problems than they solve. Another dog. Solomon
trifled a gesture toward the approaching heiress Valentine.
Speak of the devil. Do not wander off like that. I'm much too busy to be looking all over for you. Apologies, heiress. I was just taking a stroll through town. Strolls are for commoners. You're a Valentine now. I want you to be present for the construction of the museum, of the History Museum. The future of this town relies on its ability to remember our family's great past. Of course. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Sorry, Mr. Nuncreed, kinda in a hurry right now. Boy's got too much of his father in him. I win. Little help. Oop. I am the champion. We were racing. Did that road get longer? Like anything ever changes around here. It seemed longer. You're just lightheaded from the run. You really need to pace yourself better next time. Not sure why I would take advice from second place. Has that sign always been there? Wait, what? Caution, electrified fence. No, that's definitely new. Creepy. How are we gonna get around an electric fence? Don't worry, I've got this. Why did you do that? Oh, it says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Great, now what? What now? Well, I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. I'm sure you can handle it from here. I'll supervise. From a safe distance. Whoa, you're a genius. It's almost like I've done this before. I think that did it. Luca, you never failed to impress.
As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce excitedly.
Check it out. Dang, Rollo, you weren't exaggerating for once. Was there ever any doubt? This definitely needs investigating. Good thing 2 ace detectives are on the case. This is bizarre. This is awesome. Did you feel that? What, the excitement in the air? You bet your butt I did. You probably shouldn't step in that. Check out this puddle. It's not normal. And this hose. Aw man, the door's locked. Try harder. No dice, won't budge. Oh well. This dumpster's new, right? I bet it's got stuff in it. I can't really see what's in here. Who did all of this? My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure. Are you sure that isn't the hazardous waste? Just help me get in. Rollo, it would be my honor to throw you in the trash. Come on, Lady Luck. So, what's in there? Let's see. There's a squishy bag of squish. Wow. A good inch of stagnant sludge. Your natural habitat. Wait, hold the phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out. Are those walkie-talkies? Just like Hank Atomic communicators. Do these actually work? Ground command to Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me? This is Hank Atomic. Ground command, you're coming in 5 by 5. How are your vital readouts, Hank? It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance for evac. Help's on the way. What was that? Someone's coming out. Give me your hand. I'm trying. My hands are covered in squish. Scoot over, I'm coming in. Tell me you saw that? Dude, I don't know what I saw. He's coming back, get down. That's a body.
The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag.
Oh god, tell me that's not what I think it is. Luca, do you know what separates run-of-the-mill detectives from ace detectives? A ridiculous hat? When the chips are down, ace detectives dig deeper for
Felt
clues.
around at the large sack which burdened them.
Aha!
Snapped off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag.
It's some sort of badge or something. What's it say?
Held the badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster.
Dr. Prescott, Deep Engineering. It's a name tag. Who would just throw away a bag full of slimy old name tags? I think it's just one name tag in a bag full of something else. Okay. I think we should make a break for it. Stay calm, this is no time to panic. I'm not panicking! You're panicking! Rollo, calm down. You don't have to squeeze my hand so hard. Dude, I am not holding your hand. Quit messing around. What other slime-covered hand would be in here? That's a hand. I'm beginning to see the benefits of your run for our lives plan. Right, we've clearly established that I'm faster than you, so I'll go first. Why not go together? Flaming chicken coop, Luca. I'll make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count to 100. If you hear me yell, run. If you don't hear me yell, run. Actually, either way, haul ass. Rollo, I'll give you credit. You sure found an eventful way to start our summer. It's what I do. Well, here goes nothing.
Lucas sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rollo's footsteps as he ran. 1, 2, 3. He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rollo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luca carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rollo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luca clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room, and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Chapter 3. Finding a Friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I just finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rolo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. Now, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering, folks. I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstances are you to leave. What? If I'm not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. Well, that was strange. Last time she also yelled at me because I left the fridge open. I didn't realize that was a thing that would happen. I didn't realize that you could just not.
An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luca's bedroom.
Close it. I forgot what I was going to say. Hello? Is anyone there? It sounds like Morse code, but I don't know Morse code. Hello? Rolo, is that you? Over? Boink. Oh, hey, Roxy. This is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday. Is Rolo here? No. Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rolo here? Oh, no, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rolo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weepwood, and then it was late. We went home. Weepwood, if he's alive, I'm going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he
Luca's
said?
mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. You stay out of you just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Hello. Where are you? Ignoring Nan's orders. Hey Bert, have you seen Rolo? Nope. Though I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. I'll wait right here until he gets back. He's refusing to move. Howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. You could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The important thing is we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all a part of something special, Luca. And it all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got
Rolo
it.
looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offense, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Aw, you joker. We're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she will be here, then she will be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy, when I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. Ugh, my parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but isn't Rolo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great. I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. What's this about a missing child? I must stress that the situation is completely under control. It all just seems so terrible. And you're sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense. Young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I am certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging? Oh yes, Mr. Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter, Beck, that... Now where did she run off to? His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean, vanish? That's impossible. Oh my. He doesn't even see the danger he's in. Oh. I didn't actually read what she had said last time. Hi Luca, what's up? You haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? He doesn't come around here much, not since they made a rule that he can only order decaf. Rolo with caffeine sounds like a bad idea, yeah? Boink. I don't know how to say your name. Yulson? I don't know. History Museum. That's laughable, really. Did you happen to see Rolo in there? No, just the shadow of a family clinging on to a town, clinging on to the past. Feel free to check for yourself, but don't expect to have your mind blown. Boing. Hey Griffin, has Rolo been by? Haven't seen him all day. I'm sure he'll show up safe and sound. And when he does, tell him there's a strawberry chocolate double scoop waiting for him. On the house. He'll like that. Can I touch the watermelon again? No. Darn. Ready for a history lesson?
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Beacon Pines. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Sharper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Capital Development Fund.
That was unhelpful. Let's go see if little bat knows anything. Probably not. Dawn. Hey, Dawn. Yawn. Is it true about Rolo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights, your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine family's always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rolo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weepwood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. I bet you're a bat. No, hey. There we go. I just want to see if there's anything else to see. Hey Joey, have you seen Rolo around? No, sorry Luca. Hi Ocean! I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rolo. No, the beetles! Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm no beetleologist. Just keep an eye out for him, would you? Of course. You missed a lot. We found weird sludge and now Rolo was missing. We went through there. To a factory. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Dang, they boarded up the way in. They hammered it into a wire fence. Alright. To the library.
There were rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone.
Oh, the cobs I've eaten, a salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundry. Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible. A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu, one of the greatest acting minds of our time, by Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Oof.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title. Introduction to Melitology.
Ahem. Oh, hey, Luca, you snuck up on me. Good book? Dunno, just started
He
it.
gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Boink. Hey, Jace. Hey, Luca. Did Rolo come by? No. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rolo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Oh, roger that, Space Cadet. I don't want to look at all those. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. You new here? Yeah, not by
Beck's
choice.
family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So, I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? Says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep. Well, technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rolo. I guess Rolo's my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Where are we going? Oh, I know where we're going. Or maybe I don't. Hey, Luca, it looks like a path goes this way. Yeah, I looked there, though. Oh, right.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what this stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. What does science suggest? Poke it with a stick!
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood. First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So, the science tells us this skunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey Tish, look what the cat tracked in. Yup. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Aw, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we've been properly introduced. I can't read. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot. companion, Tish. Yup, you've probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once, on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang around with this dud? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true, they got tired of him having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Look who's finally growing a backbone now that there's a girl around. Now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced.
Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing puddle. Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Alright, so last time I picked Strange first. I'm gonna pick Strange again. Because I have not picked that yet. And I at least want you guys to see what I've seen. And then everything else can be new.
Well, time to bust out the Strange.
Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yup. Stop being weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense. Wackadoos travel in packs, eh,
At
dud?
the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
I mean, it serves you right, you brat, but...
Iggy's
Oof.
clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
Uh-oh. You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm
His
gonna...
voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
I don't feel so good. Help? I'm sorry, I just... Oh, shit. Yup. That was intense. He's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay.
Person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words right out of my mouth. You. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We were just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news. Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, actually. He just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know? I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. I guess. Beck, your folks might be worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay.
Rollo was safe. A wave of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping to look for Rollo. Gran? Roxy came over. She was worried about him, so I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. It turns out Rolo's safe and sound. Oh,
Just some dusty knickknacks.
I missed one.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
Sogren's not back yet. Oh, excuse me. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. "Why don't you grab me some nice bait?" "Sure thing, Dad." Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. "We're fishing with bees?" Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. "Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one." Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. "Interesting choice." With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. "The wrong choice. But I respect it." The pond began to freeze over. "Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right." Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. "Dad, I don't understand." "Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal." The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. "Dad, look out!" His father casually wound the reel. "None of it's your fault, you know. Never was." "Dad, we have to go." Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. "Please, you have to run." The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. "That's the thing about fishing, Luca." His chest began to crystallize. "You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out." A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. "Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean?" The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply. Luca's eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rolo?
Faintly, he could hear Rolo amongst the noise.
Luca! Rolo, is that you? Luca! There? Rolo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this thing will work down here. Down here?
Rolo's voice was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me, someone grabbed me yesterday. What? The man in the hazmat suit? It was... took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now, at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Trust... He's... Hold on, someone's
The
coming.
signal went silent.
Rolo? Rolo, where are you?
Luca held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear
Rolo's
you.
voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... the treehouse. The treehouse.
The signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's at the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna in the treehouse to get a better signal. Better signal. I can read. Rolo, you're a genius.
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Except Rolo's kind of stupid. Sorry, Rolo, but you know.
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Ugh. So we all understand our roles? You can count on me. I still think we need more time. This wasn't the original plan.
Mr. Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while that danger persists. Harem, you just keep your wits about
Mr.
you.
Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right, you can count on me. I just wish we could have made that deal with Eris Valentine. Her resources would have come in handy. As I said, I had no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How's Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all. I know very well what all this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in
The
agreement?
three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Cran. Why are you meeting with Miss Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hi, Luca! Screaming sounds. Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seemed organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything differently recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Aren't you coming out? Nah, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See you, Luca. Slowly slinks back into the bush. I did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to just rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, odd
The
is
two
good.
boys shared a mischievous.
Sorry, I skipped that. Grin. I can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. I can read. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. Where am I going? Oh, the treehouse. Wait. I picked up a few new charms.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line, fishing with the law of attraction.
Where do you think the lock is for the ski? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. Ah, that's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool. Yeah, but I still
Luca
would want
wrapped
to know.
some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know.
It's got a bunch of big words written on it. Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights with respect to Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area has been rejected. Who's that for? Applicant Valentine Estate. Good. Good.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. But there's a scroll in it. Not actually liquor. Oh, I
Luca
guess.
tied us fishing with a
No, I'm leaving. Bye. Rollo? Rollo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rollo. Mr. Kerr said you were alright. What happened out there? Dang it, Rollo, where are you? Who's there?
Luca could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I've got weapons in here, so you'd better come out
He
right now.
strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Weapons. How could you hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself
Luca stared
anymore.
around for a moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am. Iggy.
Luca reached over empathetically.
Oh, that's Luca's coat.
Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your
Luca
fault.
slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second. I get to be like this forever. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my savior. Perfect little Luke who saves the day. This positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all the way through Weepwood. I only came here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca! Luca! Rollo? It's not safe! Luca! Rollo, where are you? The treehouse! I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca, the treehouse isn't safe. They said they were going to the treehouse. I was gonna tell you to stay away, or I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they were going to the treehouse? The clipboards! What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello. Is anyone present at this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic. You stay here and I'll see what they want. I don't like him at all. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informational chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course, of course, of course, of course. We have a problem. Luca, you've got to get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They are saying the same stuff with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Izzy be present, Iggy? We would love to hear his thoughts. Run!
He slumped to his knee.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
Iggy, there you are. You gave us all a heck of a fright. Or you gave all of us a heck of a scare. I don't know. Go away. Just leave me alone. Oh, I'm sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry, though. We're here to help. Help? Then why were you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him. He's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honkin' big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was resting at his place, that he was back at his place resting. I know how to read. He is. Poor fella just got a little lost. That's a lie. That is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why? Because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
Kerr's smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all a heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
His grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite the pickle. And I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
I only got one.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the Mission Control Defense Cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
Summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. Tonk. Hey, that was uncalled for, more than a little rude, and just plain unsanitary. What is it, a toilet plunger? Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Kerr turned his back on the two boys.
And this.
With a nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end. That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Okay, so I haven't done that. That was the one that I did next.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile? He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3. Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished drawing a mess of jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, Rollo had things to do, so I just sort of poked around town. I've set the jam down by the door. There's 2 batches to drop off. one for Mr. Tolliver at the Back and Wag, another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wanted some more. I suspect as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Maybe that was when she was yelling at me? I don't remember. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. Oh, is that, I didn't register that last time, but I think that's Eris. Eris Valentine, the big, tall, snooty dog. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Yeah, because, after, when Rolla was missing, uh, Gran had to leave. She got a phone call and had to leave. And at night, they mentioned that, well, I didn't have time to call, Eris Valentine. And this is her calling Eris Valentine, I think. So I think that's her. Boop. Okay, sorry about yesterday. Roxa can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So, what did you find? Give me that dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies? What else could it possibly be? Rolo, I gotta deliver these into town first. We can catch up later. Ooh, is it a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm not sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Meet me at Mission Control. Roger that, Space Cadet. Money. Wait, watch your step. Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even beetles.
Checked the soles of his sandals.
I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparations began. You think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch where you step, okay? Winnie. You can tell those jerks. Doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up. I ain't moving. Humph. That's gonna be me in 5 minutes. That's an exaggeration. It's not gonna be 5 minutes. What's she gonna say? Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and a glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear. I know, right? Where am I going? Not here. I can only talk to them once. Her too. Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the
Mr.
problem?
Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice that the front page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yeah, that is the news of the day. But there was no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine, my readers are more so interested in this town's future rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings on of my family was the only thing this town cared about. Well, things change, man. And you know, change is a dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Miss Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. You good? How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold? How do they keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert, do you want some ice cream or not? No, I'm good. Boing.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples.
I was right, it's Hiram.
More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello? Beep.
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother, no
He
bother.
leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran has some jam that I'm supposed to give
He
you.
leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, the ones on top. She wrote your name on them.
Mr. Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes! The jam! Thank you so much for delivering this jam to
He
me.
reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I shall put it on my store shelves post-haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course, of
He
course.
leaned in for a final whisper.
Of course. You're not very subtle, are you, Hiram? Hey, Don. Yawn. Hey, Don. Hi, Luca, what's up? They got you on jam delivery, huh? Yep. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and the Perennial Harvest, and the other's working for Eris Valentine. And the Valentines represent Beacon Pines' past. Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as this town's future. Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations, whatever, I can imagine. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Fratelli, look at
She
you.
leaned forward and pinched Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. Is your gran not feeding you? She is, it's just, I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute, running around in your little apron taking orders. The whole situation just breaks my heart with what happened with Eleanor. I've got a feeling she's out there somewhere yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yeah, let's see
Mrs.
here.
Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Ah, they even have my name on them. How
She
thoughtful.
carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
You tell your gran hello from me, Luca. Will do. Sad old man. If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure. Sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr's asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. Yeah, me too. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family, for our legacy. Sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart. I'm sure it'll be great. This kid's 12, by the way. And there he is. Just checking. Boing. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Creed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So, do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops these off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyway, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that
Then Creed
case,
snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until the next time I see your Gran. He's kind of a creep, huh? Hey, you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple. Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? It's Beck. What just happened? Well, I'm getting sleepy. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yup, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this, his favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horn, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona. We're Beck's parents.
Beck gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. Already feels like we've known each other for years. So you both can stop obsessing about me making friends. Oh, darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Well, 1 down, 4 to go, I guess. What Nelly means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him, and he said he'd love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. Don't you two don't get in too much trouble now. Ooh, it's raining again. Wow, I can't believe that worked. There's a hurricane down south a bit. A lot of bit, but a bit. So we're getting a lot of rain up here too, because we're also East Coast. It's nice. I like the rain. Thanks a ton. You're welcome. I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Oh wait, shit. Our house is a little college on the east of something. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by the big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back on square one on this. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great, see you there. Am I not allowed to go see? I think I tried and he wasn't there. Yeah. Good morning, Gia. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all that bad. Festival's coming up. It's a festival. The old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. Where did that get us? Well, it's Perennial Harvest putting on this one, and they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine Company and this new Perennial Harvest
Jeff
outfit
dug through his pockets for a bit.
is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. Dang it. Alright. I am gonna have to call it soon. Wait. Too late. So who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there, and Solomon moved in a few years back. Wait, who's Gus? The creepy little kid in the vest? Hey, he's not that creepy. That sounds like the one. So, just 3 people live in that huge thing? I get a bunch of shady stuff happens. Oh, I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens. All the time. I can't read. In a place like that. Not really. The Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use that same ominous tone. Eventually, you're gonna have to explain to me how that harvest got all fouled up, but we can't keep my parents waiting anymore. This way. The sound of the rain's making me sleepier. Most kids would have ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great. Whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle that.
Beck took a long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Yep. Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills. Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love. Couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
So, Luca, tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma, on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck, manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like, missing?
Luca's eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how did you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally, we'd have put more effort into dinner.
Ilona nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping the part where he said his mom was missing? Beck. I'm sorry, Luca. This move has us all a little tired.
Luca wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So, Beck said you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
Ow! I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Perennial Harvest just made her the newest lead researcher of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I get to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture into something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the
Luca
ground.
glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yet, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. And some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you
Beck
didn't.
slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey, Luca! How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo
Luca
soon.
glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around
Luca
here.
wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rolo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool. Rolo would warm up to her eventually, probably.
I think I went with Rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm
Luca
kicks off?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
I say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break
At
for it.
that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Soggy. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Yeah, there we go.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47
Luca
days.
wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Hell yeah. Boink. Oh wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with state-of-the-art tubes or something. She seems pretty awesome. I just wanted to skip through the slow text. She can get carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations with this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I picked up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Oh, shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Condors? Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me cards, some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you moved a lot? Yeah, that's the thing about having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Those flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest, that hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you looked cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like, even when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? I didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a
Luca
problem.
took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
Ooh, torrential downpour now. I don't just mean in the game. It's picked up. Nice. I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright, that things are gonna change.
Let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate that I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Ah,
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I'm not screaming. I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little
As
better.
abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Not here. Thanks, I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
I need to sleep. Alright. Sleepy. Social? Oh. Oh, well, that was abrupt. Okay, well, once again, feel free to. Oh, hi. I'm just ending up the stream, but thanks for following. Hopefully, you'll be able to see the next one. What's today? Today's a Sunday. It'll be Tuesday. Tuesday morning. Very early. Because I'm nocturnal. Sorry, it's bedtime. It's about 10 a.m. It's bedtime. But again, feel free to send me some suggestions for weird or creepy, Halloweeny, Octobery games that I could try. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna continue Beacon Pines for now because I'm actually really into that. You can also see any videos uploaded up onto YouTube. Feel free to give that a subscription or whatever. I don't edit my videos, we know this, because I don't know how, and it's a lot of energy to learn. I don't have that. I'm already making the Discord server because I now have, well, 51, I think, followers, which is my 50 limit that I made a while ago. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night, Ocean, and your Pokemon emojis. God, I can't wait for the new game to come out. Anyway, good night, and you sleep.